Huh? I'm here. Oh, I arrived. I arrived at last. Oh my. It took a while. Had some tough stuff to do. Also, I really needed to eat some food, you know. If you don't eat some food, you're just gonna be in trouble. Hmm. I should tell the world about this. Should tell the world about this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's real. It's so real. It's real now. Oh yeah. Yes. How's the audio looking? Audio's looking good. Hmm. Oh my god. Sounds good. Oh nice. Late. Haha. Wash streamer. You're a washed editor. I've seen your first edit. It was mid. Oh hi E9. That's cool. Um.
The Forerunners.
Is that coming through? Is
Cortana,
that coming through?
what exactly
There.
am I looking
There.
at? Halo. What the hell?
Look at
Is
it.
that not coming through? Why is that coming
Something
through?
scrambled the inside.
This ring. It's
What's going on
Forerunner.
there?
Recognize this, Benty?
Never.
That's weird. No, it's coming through in the stream, but it's not coming through for me. That's strange. That's very strange. Right.
Never seen it before.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull it out. Put it back in. Maybe it'll work then.
This ring.
There it is. Ah, that's loud. There it is. Ah, that's loud.
It's Forerunner.
Yes,
Recognize
yes,
this,
I'm talking
Benty?
and it's happening. I'm audio testing.
Yes, the
Audio
Forerunner
testing.
built this
Audio
place,
jungle.
what they
Audio
call a
jungle.
fortress
Audio
wall.
jungle. Audio testing. Audio jungle. Looks good. We're all set. I'm only 22 minutes late. Day 9 of asking for a Jameson edit. Never gonna happen. I mean, maybe one day. Maybe one day. After a bunch of other things. Maybe one day. Hello. Thank you for being here. Uh, yes, we are here. We are doing stuff. We are making rip roaring progress on the flood edit. Oh boy, feels so good about this here flood edit. I feel like these sections. Oh, what? No, I don't want that. This section here, it's not quite. It's like this is like the first draft, but I'll work out. It's mostly there, but I'll work out the stuff. Let me just look at it again.
Cortana, what
But we'll work out how it should work.
exactly am I looking at? Halo. What the hell?
Look at it. Something scrambled the inside.
This ring. It's Forerunner. Recognize this, Benty?
Never seen it before.
Yes, the Forerunner built this place, what they called a fortress world, in order to.
It's not from an elite, and it sure as hell isn't human. There's a last.
That's the only shot I'm sort of questioning because it's
There's.
like this one over here sort of gets away with being low res.
Yes, the Forerunner built this place, what they called a fortress world, in order to.
It's not from an elite, and it sure as hell isn't human.
No, that can't be.
Jacob signal is close.
But that's like conspicuously low res.
Keep it tight.
My motion tracker reads friendly movement. 50 yards.
Pranker! Call it out! The Covenant found something. Buried in this ring, something horrible, and now
Nobody move.
they're afraid.
And this little interaction here with the one insert.
Pranker! Call it out! The Covenant found
Yeah, there's something to do there. But for the moment, we're gonna move forward. Yeah, we're gonna move forward. Because the next step, oh boy, the next step. We got lots of things to do.
they're afraid.
Our urge to create is immutable.
The angel's form is that of raw, unformed potential.
We are the flood.
The cohesion.
We must create.
Many beings split apart.
Okay. So we've got to have sort of a progression. I've got lots of imagery. It's a question of putting it all in the right place.
Our urge to create is immutable.
The angel's form is that of raw, unformed potential.
We are the flood.
The creation.
We must create.
Many beings split apart,
There is no difference.
requiring reformation.
But the beings we create shall never again reach out in strength against us.
All life.
What the Forerunners feared.
Our urge to create is immutable.
The angel's form is that of raw.
Okay. So we need early reaction shots to start off with. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get first. So we've got all our clips over here. This could be a reaction shot potentially, but it's not really ideal. There are probably better ones. Over here, though, probably this is where we'd find a reaction shot. That looks like a reaction shot to me. Yeah. But, Halo EV, you're still here. Are you the same making that Halo fan film? It's something I know that. Yes, crossing over. Creatives, crossing over here. I am the provider of this platform for crossing over. Be most grateful for my existence and having the ability to cross over in that way. Yes, this is all me. Okay, that's a potential early reaction shot. Maybe that. Not that. Maybe that, because it's literally a reaction to like the flood existing. I've got a lot more imagery than I strictly need, which is feels funny because the flood doesn't necessarily have like all that massive amount of screen time, but there's just like the amount of stuff is like really juicy for what I'm going for right this second. No gratitude. I'm just here for the other people. Oh, the other people. It's not even here for me. He says that. That this man knows where I worked out where I work. This man works out like knows people, the names of people at my work. He worked out he found like the short films I was in my. This OCD detective ass guy is like my little pet stalker. He's harmless so far, but like this guy here for the other people, my ass. He got a fixation on me. I don't blame you. I'm very fixatable. You know, this shot could be decent. It's always a little bit finicky to get all the shots together. soon I'll know enough to blackmail you into turning off the webcam, and then the stream will be What? Before, believe me, I've dug up a lot of more on just the small traders I know. Yeah, E9. Be afraid. Be afraid. Your small team is not safe from this man. He has no mercy. He has no restraint. He will find your secrets. And you will have to deal with it. I'm afraid. That is just the way it is. Clicking through. All these landscape shots of the flood being involved. It's good that we have those and they don't really suit here because they really suit like some later sections. Though, the shots specifically of the infection would probably be useful for a few things. Maybe that. Maybe that. Maybe that. Not that, actually. Potentially that. Not that. Maybe that. Could be a question of progression, though. I don't know about these ones. It is a very cool fan-made motion comic, though. It just occurred to me this visual could replace an earlier one, freeing up other visuals to. We'll do that a little bit later, though. Oh, wait. That's a visual. That's a visual. Them rising. I knew I clipped that out for some reason. You potentially. Maybe you too. Oh, yeah.
Still waiting.
Weirdly, this little advertisement for the new season of Halo Infinite has like a pretty aura shot of a flood going like,
Still
look at it,
waiting.
look at it. He's just he's just stepping slowly. It's got weird aura.
Still waiting.
Just imagine it doesn't have any. Imagine it doesn't have any audio. See, aura. Let's zoom that in. And let's also. That's the wrong direction. See those shots in isolation. Maybe not that one. maybe not that one. But those definitely not that one. No, no, definitely not that one. But just maybe just these ones. Definitely that first stepping shot. Why did I clip those back together? I'm a strange boy. On the last stream, you said you were about halfway done, and if this were my edit, with how far you've gotten, I'd only say I was a quarter done max. So, how I'm curious, when do you think you will be done? I just want it to be done before the early predicted date of the Halo CE remake. I can't be exactly predictive because I have, varying amounts of variability, but I think it should get faster. So I don't know. Any prediction I make into will probably be longer. Eh. The plan was, when the expectation that the Halo remake was coming out in December or November, that I was gonna make this edit, and then I was gonna make a Halo like the Fall of Reach edit, like that would lead in to like the road to Halo, like lead into the CE thing. But now it seems like if the remake has like content that is set during the Fall of Reach, that it'll instead be like something that it'll include that content in it, which everyone will appreciate, I'm sure. Mm. This is a copy of the original project. It is the main project. I called it copy when I was making a copy, because this is the version of it that didn't have any of those upscaled images that were like being the problem. But I wanted to keep a version of it that had the original stuff, so that I could do the rendering trick of turning them into videos, and so I could have the same visual without it fucking things over. Sound design is pretty good on those little videos. I don't think that's an early reaction shot. Okay, so here are my various options for the opening little bit. Collect all my little doodads, and in doing so I sift through the doodads and ultimately create less doodads to keep track of. Making it faster as it goes along. Doodad. Oh yeah. Doodadding. Dad doing. Yeah. I just realized there's a clip that's just not here that I do want. So I'm gonna go get it in a second. Wonder why it's not. You'd think I'd remember that I want it. Or farming. Yes, yes. Flood aura farming. Like a what's his name? Bogan. Your flood, your meme flood on your Discord server. E9. I forgot which number you were. I had to look at it. Okay, where's Oh, there it is.
What is it?
There we go. Okay, now, what was it again? That's crazy. You had to look kind of hurt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was gonna say E3 for a moment because everyone thinks E and then the number 3, which is not to say that that is necessarily a positive comparison because E3 has become a little bit, of a joke over the years. But it's got like primacy for the number.
Buried in this ring, something horrible, and now
Nobody move.
they're afraid.
Our urge to create is immutable.
The angel
Reaction shot. And also, I was the only half paying attention. Did you call me the pet stalker? What does that mean? It's a paras like the parasocialisms have reversed. Shut up. No, it hasn't. It couldn't be true. Not even. Shut up. You're a weirdo. Invalidated. Haha. I don't need to listen to these bogus claims.
Our urge to create is immutable. Our urge to
Put this here. Have my cake and eat it too. Having this here. Face palm. Shut up! It's not true. Now as entry denial. I have such power. This is you. Shut up. I'm just gonna say shut up. That's my best argument. That's a really great airtight argument. Shut up. Yes. Maybe I'm just playing into it. Maybe it's not really. Maybe it's. I'm an actor by trade. I could be bullshitting all of it. Maybe not any of my reactions are valid or genuine or as they are.
They're afraid.
our urge to create is immutable. Is immutable.
You said yourself, I'm not famous enough for us to be parasocial, so by default, I'm the like this. This could only be. But it's not even parasocial. We are mutually. We don't know like a huge amount about each other. You know more about me. That makes it by definition more parasocial for you, because I'm the one with an imbalance of information. Yeah. You know what I look like. You know what my voice sounds like. I just know that you have like shitty sideburns. Yeah, that's right. I called your sideburns shitty. I'm feeling mean today. This is not a defensive response.
Our urge to create. Our urge to create is immutable. Our urge to create is immutable. Our urge to create is immutable. The aim to create is immutable. The aim. Our urge to create is immutable. The aim to create is immutable. The angel's
form is that of raw.
He pulled the actor card. Yes. Yes. Um, I'm too much of a talker. Not parasocial, but it's a weird connection for sure. Not. I'ma have to add Pet Stalker to my bio street to editing, but you know what? Do that. Do that. Yeah, do that. It's funny. It's funny. He sends me personalized memes. He sends me personalized memes based on my romantic failures. Like I offhandedly mentioned, oh, got stood up for a date because she needed to go to the dentist, and they're like and they're like sending me memes about how she likes the dentist more than me. It's like that meme, you know, that one where the woman is walking away and the man is going like, oh, and the woman is going like, what? It's like that, except I'm the woman who's going like, oh, and he's uh, she's the shut up. It's not real. It's not real. She hasn't returned my calls in a while. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. There is no cope. It doesn't exist.
Immutable. The angel's form is that of raw.
to create is immutable.
The angel's form.
Our urge to create is immutable. Our urge to create is immutable.
The angel's form.
Dang, might not go over well. I would suggest not. I'm gonna have to add pet. This guy's got a strange. This guy's got a strange group of people in his life. He's also got bad. He's also got bad Discord DM etiquette, because he like jump scared his like his like roomie with a message I sent him, even though like on my end I'd done every precaution to have it be sensible, but no, he just has it open. It's just open, and that thing is there. She's like, what? And she knows of me as a result, because he had to blame it on me, of course.
urge to create is immutable.
The aim's form is that of mutable. The aim's form is that of
create is immutable.
the aim's
Afraid.
Our urge to create is immutable.
the aim's form.
They're afraid.
Our urge to create is immutable.
The aim's
Create is immutable.
the aim's form.
Immutable.
The aim's form is that
Our urge to create is immutable.
the aim.
I'm just gonna cheat the sound design a bit. Yeah, we just cheating over here.
The aim's
Immutable.
the aim's form is that of raw. Form is that of
Da. Okay, so we're doing.
They're afraid.
Our urge to create is immutable.
the aim's form is that of raw, unformed potential.
We
That of raw, unformed potential.
we are the flood.
Okay, raw unformed potential. Do I have that? Check the Cortana tonight. With Cortana herself. Dang! That's so cool. I presume it is your Cortana VA. I'm in love with Rowan and not the dentist, right? Yeah. Well, yeah. That's there it is. There it is. Yes, there it is. There it is. He sends these to me semi regularly. He's just got the meme editor on standby. He's ready to go. He's ready to go any given moment. He's a menace. And I think he should be caught. I think he should be dealt with for the full extent of the law for his heinous crimes. And I'm going to sue. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm going to sue. Yes. Where did that clip I go? Where did that clip I put go? It's got to be around here somewhere. Goal is 2,000 memes to my friend and enemies in total. I'm up to 426. Shit. I got a quota, you know. What? You need a real hobby. Oh. For sure, I do. He's got one. He's got one. He does the same thing I do. He makes video edits. He makes them more quickly than he's making like a fucking 40-minute Anakin Skywalker one that I've seen like an early draft of. That's like pretty. It's got like pretty promising. He's got. I mean, a person is allowed to have more than one hobby, of course. Just today, I went walking and I did some creative writing on my little mobile device. Yeah, because low barrier to entry for creative writing because of modern technology and all that. These two look promising. Counts as a hobby. I just walked. I was creative writing. I was doing writing whilst I was walking. The important part of that was the writing. Was the writing. I was just tapping away at my phone at the current fucking chapter. Okay, I want to write a novel. I want to write a novel. I want to write. I want to write a cool novel. It's gonna have novel things in it. Um, Pun intended. And as people can be like, ooh. People have given me good feedback for like the beginnings of it, and I'm continuing on with it. Yeah, selectivity. You didn't listen to the important part.
They're afraid.
Our urge to create is immutable.
Pain's forms that
Create is immutable.
pain's
I think I can adjust the sound of that.
pain
So actually, I need to move this back a little bit more.
Is immutable.
pain's forms that of raw, unformed potential.
We are the flood.
The cohesion.
We are the flood.
The cohesion. Is that of raw, unformed, potential. Formed. Raw,
Hmm. Hmm.
raw,
are the flood. Our urge to create is
They're afraid.
our urge to create. Urge. Our urge to create is immutable. 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 Aims.
Yep.
Immutable. Aims forms that of raw, unformed potential.
We are the flood.
The cohesion.
Creative writing ain't a hobby for me. That's my life. Was it the DM writing project? Maybe. Maybe. It was a project of some kind. Yes, it was a project of some kind. You know, maybe it wasn't the novel project. Maybe it was. Maybe it's the other one. Yeah. Maybe it's the other one. Maybe I made lots of progress on it. Yeah. Decision juncture. Ugh. I don't like those.
Potential.
We are the flood.
The cohesion.
We must create.
Many beings split apart,
There is no difference.
requiring reformation.
But the beings we create shall never again reach out in strength against us.
All life,
What the Forerunners feared does not die.
all things, rock and metal, soil and skin,
Until all space and time are rolled up,
and everything between.
no more will, and life is crushed in the folds. No more freedom. No end to war, grief, or pain. All that is created will suffer.
The final equilibrium.
All will be born in suffering.
Endless grayness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors. And now we are legion.
Okay, at very least, I can put the thing that I want to put at the end, at the very end. Because, you know, process of elimination and all that. But where did I put it? Where it at? Nah. Gonna do some swish editing on this. No, that's not what I want. Opening it up in the audio editor, because so I can adjust some things. Any intent for a certain type of short from us? Interest in a certain type of short from us? How do you mean? Are you posting a short? It is a cool short. As in, would I make a short based on your things? I've thought about making short ones. Be cool. I like the idea of making ones explicitly on like, here is a fan film. I edited it into a thing. That would be cool. I think the only one that would get like traction would be one based on Remember. You know that one by Sodaz. You know the one. Um, but depending on what you mean, I'm probably yes. probably yes. Okay, where's
That dreadful form.
I could only understand.
paste attributes? Not volume, just the plugin. That could do. That could do actually. Sorry, I wasn't clear enough. That would be cool. I mean, yeah. I mean, you'd have to look if you post like a trailer that has flood footage. It's going in this video. It's going in this video. It's gonna be in the timeline. Well, not necessarily in the video, but you know, there's a good chance it's going in this video because I want to use all that footage, man. I want to use as much of it as I can.
For final equilibrium.
All will be born in suffering.
Endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers.
How loud is that for you guys? How loud is that? That has flood footage. It's good as I can. Is that for you guys? All will be born. Not very loud. I'm much louder than it. Asking me, but I'd love to see a short on some banished decimating some covenant. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Fair. Fair. What would I like to see? I don't think there's enough Halsey content. I think we need Halsey like, yeah. It's like a definitely a lore thing, but this is like a scene that could theoretically exist in the canon because as I understand it, Halsey, you know, morally dubious doctor lady, she has Miranda, and like Miranda is born prior to the point where the Spartans are augmented, meaning that she has Miranda on Reach as a baby during the augmentations. Um, which I can only I end up imagining like after she did the augmentations, went through the whole thing and blah blah blah, and the scene you see in like the Fall of Reach comic slash book slash very briefly the micro series and that one ad which like touched on it slightly. Um, that like I imagine did she go home to did she go to her own quarters with her own like daughter, tell like whoever like military nanny was looking after her like it's okay, I'm here now. Did she like pick up her actual daughter and just like quietly like contemplate, oh god, what monster am I, after like mutilating 30 kids and causing the other ones to become super soldiers, but like more importantly, a bunch of them died and some of them are now disabled. That's it's like the fact that Miranda timeline of Miranda's like birth would imply that that might have happened is like a whoa. That's like a that would be so effective. It might only be effective to me because I'm a really big fan of like that like nebulous point in the lore where we know that there is drama between Miranda and Halsey. We know the broad strokes of it, but we know very little about the specifics of it. Like that's if they gave me for some reason license to write a canon Halo book with my like amateur skills, I would that's I want to write a book just about Halsey. Like Halsey's the protagonist. All the other people are there, but they're like side characters. Halsey is the focus. You know, that is that is what I would want from a short, I guess. Either that or um, something like something set during Cortana's like reign from Cortana's POV. Like she's like swishing around her hands, and it's cutting to Guardians EMPing planets over here, and people like cowering from creative forces over there, and stuff like that. And she's like swishing her hands, and then she like has a stop, and she has like, ooh, she has a memory moment of John. She thinks about John, and she's like, nah, this is fine. I'm gonna carry on. Um, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, you probably know what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, where was I gonna put it?
All will be born in suffering.
Endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors. And now we are legion. And now we are legion. Our legion.
How horrific must it have been?
Precursors.
And any of the besides the bookers, I haven't had time. We could do a Halsey short, but on fact of a kid, but on Halsey and Doc's talk. I don't know who Doc is. I don't know who Doc is. I couldn't comment. But you know what? I will make some time. I will read the law. I will do so. Um, just in between the other things, everyone's got their things going on. Their things going on.
Last precursors. And now we are legion. And now we are legion. Last precursors. And now we are legion.
How horrific must it have been?
I forgot it does that.
And now we are legion.
How horrific must it have been? For the warrior to find his body erupting into that dreadful form.
I could only
Precursors. And now we are legion.
How horrific must it have been? For the warrior to find his body
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. Well, thank you. I mean, I picked it. What music did this is wrong one. This is dark. I think it's Divination. It's by Divination Music. I think it's just called like dark creepy music or something to that effect. and it had the right vibe, you know, had the right vibe.
Until all space and time are rolled up.
And are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors. And now we are legion.
It might make more sense to define what I want at the end rather than the beginning.
Suffering.
Endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors.
Gotta go with what works. It does work. It does work. Working. Sometimes you gotta work backwards. Sometimes you gotta work. You know, there's probably like a prime shot in here, like
Hold still! Hold still!
not everything is like photo, like really like photo good, but
Let him have it! Ah! Sergeant, we're surrounded. God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon! There are too many, Sarge! Don't even think about it, Marine. Oh, this is local! Get back here, Marine! That's an order.
that shot is kind of maybe.
There are too many, Sarge! Don't even think about it. We're surrounded. God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon! There are too many, Sarge! Don't even think about it, Marine. Oh, this is local! Oh, come, this is oh, this
I think that little snippet is pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, just like it's pretty good. Like end of section little snippet. Let's find more snippets like that. Let's find more snippets like that. That sort of yeah. Bet you just stole the song because it was the great Remembered Me Sherlock edit. I haven't seen your Sherlock edit. I haven't seen a bunch of your edits. I will. I'll probably watch the X-Men one because you specifically wanted me to, but I'm also thinking in the back of my mind that I'll do like a dedicated stream where I watch things that are made by specifically people that have watched me and like make it into like a little community thing, a little teeny tiny little community thing, a little humble community thing. You expressed approval of that idea, if I recall. I wouldn't want to waste a lot of time, so I just do my latest draft of my to 53 minute. The fuck? He's not joking. I've seen like a skeletal draft, not like nearly like the whole video, of like it being 40 minutes long. And he told me that he redrafted the whole thing, like most of it. Um, so he's been serious. He's been serious. The real question is, can it beat the overall quality of my Cortana edit? That's the real thing. Because I got 37 minutes there, probably more like 34 with like outro and like dead space at the beginning for intro. But um, not every aspect of that video is like massively good towards the end because of like a lack of like footage and stuff. I can't. The editing becomes a little bit less kind of dynamic and interesting. And there are certain points in like the Halo 4 section that are definitely like we're kind of just watching cutscenes. Because I was determined to like this is the definitive one. This means we summarize the entire story, no exceptions. Important exceptions.
Today I need to talk to you about November 17th, 2552, and the Battle of Kenya. The official story is that the Covenant glassed the area in a sneak attack, killing thousands before we could stop them. Truth is, we let them do it. The blasting was a last-ditch attempt to stop an alien infection called Flood. Had the plan fail, the Earth would have fallen in hours. The Earth would have fallen in hours. But if humanity encounters the Flood again, Spartans are our first line of defense. You need to know what you could be up against.
Minuel be better because it imply. Wait, what? Mine'll be better because you're just. That's not okay. From Vado's POV, she dies. As far as he is aware, she is dead. So then again, I. I mean, you're gonna use parts of Ahsoka though, because like there are statements in Ahsoka about Anakin the past tense, and there are clips of Anakin being. You see, this doesn't make sense. I don't. How can you imply that she died after season 2, but also you have clips from Ahsoka that have Ahsoka in them? I don't understand. I've seen that. I've seen that little clip you sent me. Is putting your own fanfic in there, like you're gonna have narration of like a piece of fan fiction you wrote. Or what do you mean specifically? Like you're just gonna put your head cannons in there? Like I've seen a few Anakin edits that like lean into the like more explicit head canon that in the new canon, um, it is Sidious that caused the like Shmi's virgin birth.
Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid.
Like I mean, that's like a reasonable headcanon to have, and it does enhance the ideas. And some people directly imply it in their edits. You know what? Fair enough. Why not? Is it like literally your own fan? When you say your own fanfic, what do you mean? Is it just headcanons or what? Also, three timelines. Isn't it just Legends and canon? I mean, Clone Wars doesn't entirely fit with like the like. Are you talking about like TCW Legends and canon? Is that it? Um, only if you want to. Only if you want to. Oh, I keep dropping the bottle. It's a good thing I keep putting the lid back on, otherwise it'd be all wet. Hmm. Working backwards is difficult. Where? This is fairly straightforward. TCW repeatedly breaks Legends canon and Disney canon, so I'm gonna keep counting it as its own thing. Would it be not more accurate to say that Disney canon contradicts TCW because, like, Disney canon is built on the original 6 films plus TCW, so TCW having primacy in that sense, doesn't it mean that it's technically on the new canon to keep to it? What things were you specifically like thinking about though, beyond the fact that aspects of TCW like don't work with the don't work with episode 3? How could I feel so tired just clicking around? That doesn't make any sense. Gotta get it up early tomorrow as well. Full thing I want to do, but still. Partially because I ate before I started, so like my body wants to go into a food coma. That's what happens when you eat a whole bunch of carbs. Ah, wait, yeah, you know what? Here are some shots that'd be good for it. The way the force works throughout, hard to describe in type message. So here's just one. Just one will do. Just give me one. Just give me one. In season 6, they show that canonically, Qui-Gon can use the Force to affect things on Coruscant as a Force ghost, and he doesn't murder Palpatine or help in any way. Really, what you're saying is that when The Last Jedi does that, they're just following TCW logic. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Which take that sequel haters, which is me. Take that me. Being like it's fucks with the law. I gotta hate C sub W too. I already didn't have TCW as like massively in my rankings anyway, so that kind of works. They also establish planets with low force energy like Tatooine. He can't appear visually, and then he appears at the end of Kenobi series. Oh, I guess he just had practice. Alright, I gotta go. Gonna do some editing later if I get the time. Nice editing. We're just a bunch of editing bros. Have luck, have fun, have good fun, have luck with your editing. Yes. Yes. It's really, it's very strange that they would. Actually, no. If did they specifically say that Qui-Gon can't appear on low force planets and that Tatooine was one of them? Because if so, that's a really weird, like, anti-future proofing kind of decision. Because a narrative, like, hook or, like, element that you would want from a hypothetical Kenobi on Tatooine story, which indeed they fucking do it in Kenobi. Like, they do it way less than I think they should have, um, is to have Qui Gon there. And like Qui Gon as a ghost, like giving Kenobi some pointers, some advice, some wisdom. Um, but they, huh? But they would have cut that off as a possibility in TCW, which is more like a statement they just hadn't thought it through. I mean, it's not like they were considering like the expanded canon in any serious degree. They definitely felt the license to overrule it because they had, George Lucas's permission to do so. Hmm. Latest club ever? Well, it's better than me calling you my pet stalker. It's established without the proper preparation before death. You can only move objects. I can't think. I'll make sounds or object can't make sounds or appear. No idea Leia made those preps and what else? She could have made those preparations during the 30 years. Like Luke got taught how to do it by the ghosts. Because Obi-Wan is taught how to do it by fucking Qui-Gon, right? Which is the implication of Revenge of the Sith. So after the Kenobi series, Qui-Gon teaches him how to do that. So we know ghosts can teach people stuff. The ghosts teach Luke the stuff. Luke teaches uh, Leia the stuff, and she just you know, she's like a spiritually attuned. She's like force attuned, but she's not like massively in practice, which is why she can do like that one thing in The Rise of Skywalker and then fucking dies. Meh. That's not the worst aspect of that movie. It is just a bit of an ass pull. Hmm. Hmm. Trying to use cool stuff, but being conscious of the fact that I don't want to use everything. Because later stuff could really use it. I sure don't want to be called that. Hey, you were boasting about it earlier. It's okay, man. You're my pet stalker. Yeah. I I I I think your behavior is more funny than concerning. I get to tell people I have a pet stalker, and they're like, "What?" And I can be all nonchalant about it and worry them. Yeah. That sent shivers down my spine for sure. Well, fair. That is kind of funny. I don't find any inappropriate material with you in it, so you're doing better than some people I know. Jesus. If I even, I have, like sent like nudes to people, like romantic interests people. So, and and outside of the context of like potential revenge porn, I think I'm good. Short of, I don't know, there being like a Mandela effect multiverse thing, and the version of me that became like a porn star somehow also enters this universe and you find stuff about him. I don't think there'll be any. Don't think there'll be any of that. That's like a normal thing people do. reasonably normal. Or do you mean like the hypothetical, like alternate version of me that went down a very different performance path? I don't consider that like a controversial statement.
All will be born in suffering.
Endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors. And now we are legion.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors. The last precursors. We are the last. Are the last precursors. We are the last.
You're telling me that no like explicit messages or images were sent between you and any romantic partner of any kind? That that would seem like a down for you, to be honest. That's I think I'm judging you. Yeah, if that's a no, you are not. Objectively speaking, you're being much more safe. But also, that's lame. That's lame, man. It's lame. I'm calling you lame.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors. And now we are legion.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last precursors.
Where the hell?
Hmm. I mean, I'm zeroing in on what clips are good and what clips are bad, but I'm still feel like I've got so much stuff. What's the immediate before
To
clip?
failure and pain.
We are the last.
Okay, so it's
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We are the last.
um, and pain. Like the word pain is kind of. Hmm. Got to say an individual. Fair enough. What that does mean, I may be able to track down those kinds of images on you. We'll have to do some digging. The only person with whom would have a reason to do that, um, like I never did it with them. So I'd be impressed and disturbed if you managed to find, especially because none of the ones that I took had my face in it. So I don't know, you're gonna have trouble finding it. If you pay, usually people will show private pictures sent to them. In my experience, that's disturbing. You have to find the people to begin with. You have to find pain. What one looks like the most pain? Pain. How do we even pain as an operative word? That's a good one. That's I think that's the one actually. Just doesn't necessarily have. Just gotta pick the right one with the right timings. You do have a sensible notion of it, to be fair. How do you find people's search history? I'm not doubting that you can do it. I'm just wondering, what's the tactic? It's not really like me knowing the tactic would kind of change things all that much.
To failure and pain. We are the last all creation will tailor to failure and pain.
Yeah, I think that last clip. Not quite. doing it too far away.
We are the last.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I was right the first time. It's vaguely legal. That's encouraging. Depends on the countries of all the individuals involved. The person designated Rowan Thomas isn't you, so you have a different tag, and my broker couldn't find you on the description. Ugh. What happens if I, do the whole like delete my history thing? Does that mean it's like irrecoverable, or is it like just a couple more steps? Does it not mean anything at all? What would that mean? I want to know where I stand. No, this. That I think that works.
To failure and
We are the last precursors.
Yeah, that works.
all creation will tailor to failure and
Are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
all creation will tailor to failure and
We
Data blockers are funny, guys. Indeed, if you clear it, it does nothing. Jesus, what's the point then? I guess it's just the local thing, because like someone who isn't a trained detective. Well, okay, you know what? All my dirty searches are just out there. I'm gonna I'm gonna there's a lot of dirt there. I don't think it'll get me arrested. It just like damn, this guy's a freak. in the, you know, on the off chance that there's a person in my life who potentially needs, I don't know, I need to know stuff about them. I guess I know who to potentially call on. It might be you. Just on the off chance that, hey, is this person in your database? I could really use some like defensive blackmail material. Would that be cool? And if it's cool, then it's cool, you know. Just cool.
All are instruments and receivers. All are. All are. All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain. We
Receivers of our vengeance.
all creation will tailor. All creation will tailor to failure and all
Of our vengeance.
all all tailor to failure.
Hmm. If it's probably not cool, but I'm still happy to do it. Don't know what that says about me. Then again, I want into uni for creative writing, detection, and meteorology. So I'm a weird boy for sure. You've got options. Meteorology is the study of the stars, right? No, no, no. Meteorology is the study of the weather, right? So you'd be very poised to write detective fiction that where the killer kills according to very particular aspects of the weather. That's what I reckon. Those three things put together. Like he or she was a meteorologist. That would be a niche you'd be very equipped for. Like I work at a horror themed escape room. Sometimes I think about like, yo, there's really good potential. Just the fucking shenanigans happen there of like writing a someone putting together like an office style sitcom humor show about people that work in this horror themed escape room.
Will tailor to failure and pain. We to failure and
with it being such a small clip, this sort of an awkward group of choices.
All creation, share your role. To failure to failure.
We are the last.
Tailor to failure.
Hmm. Oh.
Will tailor to failure.
We are the last.
Tailor to failure.
We are the last precursor.
You have written that short story. Fair enough. I mean, it seems kind of obvious, you know. Things put together. Respectable. What was there like a twist? What was like one of the kills? You know, like meteorologically themed kills. Like, I killed you by drowning you because it was raining, or some such.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure.
We are.
Our vengeance.
All
Of our vengeance.
all creation. All creation will tailor to failure.
We are the last
Tailor to failure.
We are the last precursors.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure.
Based on a specific cloud formation, signaling when to kill. Fair enough. And it had, was it because of her appreciation for it? Or perhaps a connection to trauma? She'd be crazy. It was more a character study on the detective. See, my instinct would be that the lady killing people because of clouds is more interesting than the detective. So we'd go like and go in different directions about it. It'd probably be a character study on her, and I'd struggle to think of things truly interesting about the detective. The only like detective-y story I've like considered as like a concept in my if I'm in my various like thinkings about like writing and stuff was one that I just have the very vague idea of a woman's husband is like murdered like in a truly gruesome fashion, and it turns out this is a string of murders being committed upon like romantically successful men by a like incel serial killer, but instead of the incel going after the women who's rejecting him, he's going after the men who he feels are getting it when he doesn't, when he isn't. And he doesn't, and he thinks like if no one can't, if they can't have them, no one can. But his logic, but he's gonna like kill the guys, and so she's trying to get this fucking loser, um, who's you know like killing all the hubbies, because he's so lonely and crazy, bugging me. What's the most Jeep? I don't know what Jeep is. I don't know what Jeep. I was just gifted this hoodie, and it's one of my hoodies. And today I was wearing this hoodie not because of what it looks like, but because like my different hoodies, they're made of slightly different materials, and they're different layers of thickness and different amounts of like fluffy like padding on the inside, so they're different layers of warm. And when I went out walking today, this was the appropriate one to wear with the weather outside, and I was comfortable as I wore it. Um, that's all. Am I compensating? It's a self-indulgent story in the idea of like the female protagonist who is implicitly uh who is like solving like in a sense like a male problem, like men are being victimized in it, and I feel like you most often see like the reverse of that. um Come to think of it, like the main novel idea, like the real proper one, not the weird thing I told you about, it's sort of the same thing where like the two main characters, one of them is this it's like this lifelong love story between these two characters, and goes through the decades with them, or at least it will. They've got the plan of it, and the man is this person who's gone through it through a bunch of stuff, but is relatively self-aware about it and spends much of the story sort of like processing it in like certain moments where it kind of comes up again, um, and she is in her own sort of very strange way trying to fix him, but also trying to fix the thing that was done to him in the first place. Um, and she's arguably like the more actor in the story, because she's going around killing people who were like really bad people. She's going around fucking like killing people who were like abusing children and pedophiles and like corrupt politicians and stuff, and all these people caused his life to be like real bad. And she's making the plot happen as a result, and he doesn't even realize it until like much later. And there's something of a wish fulfillment aspect there, I guess, in a really broad sense. The righteous guardian angel, who was also like your romantic partner, metaphorical guardian angel coming in and fixing things for you, and accepting you completely. That sounds more like a coping story, doesn't it? It'd be more sophisticated than just that, but I'm self-aware enough to know where it comes from.
All creation.
Maybe that's why I like Cortana so much, because she's like such a like ride or die for like John, and like the pseudo romantic thing they've got. Someone get this man a father. Too fucking late. He's not around. He's never been around. Not the one time. He's not been around because he was given a court order that he couldn't be around me because he was a very mean man. Yeah. I shouldn't be smiling. Crazy guy, drug addict. Didn't have it all together.
Our instruments.
Every time someone brings up his name, my mother goes white as a sheet. For all the grief he caused her.
And receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure and pain.
We of our vengeance.
Vengeance. Yeah, okay. Okay, we can do a light bit of audio editing. Why not? We can just see if we can adjust that sound just a little bit. Get this man a father. I was definitely the type in schools and educational establishments to very much gravitate towards the few like male, like fatherly figures that were around, wanting their approval and that sort of thing. You know what, we're going to try it without the edit to start off with. No, but anyway, my father is the best person I know. Everything good in me comes from me, comes from him. Besides my mother's eyelashes. You probably have better eyelashes than your mom, because men have like longer, prettier eyelashes than women. That's just a biological fact. Women are trying to ape an aspect of men when they like do that. When they put on the longer eyelashes.
Of our vengeance.
So you probably got those eyelashes from your dad as well. Must be nice. Getting all. That'll teach me for getting all vulnerable with a stalker. Just throws it in your face by saying, my dad's great. Yeah, that's fine.
All creation will tailor to failure and
Damn that.
all creation will tailor to failure and
horrific.
Call it a villain. Dang, he gave me everything, then nothing, but then a lot, but, nothing better than a loving father. And then nothing better. See how I become a toxic stalking instead of a nice one? Oh, yeah. Call it a villain arc. I thought I was on my. You know what? I'm not on my villain arc. I used to think that. That's cringe. I'm not on my villain arc. I'm the. I reckon I'm the likable, important, but not like main character in someone else's story out there. And they're gonna do the cool thing, and I'm gonna probably go along with them. Like I know this guy Titus. He makes films and stuff. You've seen a couple of them. I've been in a few of them. He's going places. I reckon. I reckon I'm gonna be like a side character in his story, among other things. Um, Something about that appeals to me somehow. Not as much pressure.
Of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to failure.
Hmm.
All creation will tailor to failure.
Sure, a very unimportant extra in my life. Hey, I'm not an extra. I have lines. I have interactions in some of your scenes. I'm directly interacting with the protagonist. That's you. And you're doing it semi regularly. I'm a bona fide side, at least tangential character. I'm one of your satellite characters. That in itself makes it kind of important, seeing that you are the main guy. I'm not even, like from my perspective, your Rumi is like that's like the tangential character. I've not directly interacted with Rumi. I know about the idea of Rumi, but that is a satellite character for you. I am a satellite character for you. We have not met. Me and Rumi have not interacted, so not really. You get what I'm saying?
All creation will tailor to failure. All creation will tailor to failure.
Yeah, that works real well. Okay.
Are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation.
Yomi just said this should count as interaction. Regarding guest star, I feel very much like oh, she's there. She's spying. Fair enough. Fair enough. Rumi's there. I'm weirdly interested in what Rumi thinks in me. I've got an unhealthy fixation on like what people that only sort of know me or see me only from certain angles, like what is their impression? What is their impression? Because I have a good idea of how like my friends at work see me, and how my regular work friends see me, and how like that guy and that guy and that guy and that guy and that girl sees me. But I find myself like, what is this person who I barely even interact with? How do they see me? That's the important part.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more, maybe one or two more little edits, and then I'm gonna call it a day. You seem crazy. Good. That's all I wanted to know. Yes. Satisfaction of certainty. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I needed. Can you hear me like messing with the audio? I assume not, because it's not like included. But when I'm connecting my little thing here to an external piece of software so that I can just do a thing that this program can't do in the same way. Okay. Who me told? It's I, it's not thank you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the thank. You're just doing that on purpose. You're doing that on purpose somehow. You told them to say that because you know that I'm like how I'm with the more video, like how you're with the one you showed me like yesterday.
All creation
Yeah, that's how this. Yeah.
suffering endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
I do find it difficult to take compliments sometimes. I'm self-aware about this, so it's okay. You know, that's definitely how it works.
The final equilibrium.
All will be born in suffering. Endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments.
Shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
Great
Instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
greatness shall be their lot. Shall be their lot.
All are
I just checked. I'm actually starting to catch up with you in total views on the channel. Good. Good. Happy for you.
all are instruments and are instruments and are instruments. And receivers of our vengeance. Instruments and receivers of our vengeance. Receivers of our vengeance.
All creation will tailor to fail.
Are instruments and receivers of our vengeance. All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
Right, so the one before that.
All are instruments and receivers.
Shall be their lot.
All are in.
Shall be their lot.
All are in.
Oh wait, need to zoom a little bit more because I need to cover up 343 number. Yeah, we're no danger of. And that means I can say I'm almost as big as the professional British, as this professional. My mom will be proud. You know what? Whatever you need to do to make your mom proud, that's more or less anything you do. I think it's pretty valid. If your mom is proud of you for like doing like murder and stuff, maybe not so, but like broadly, it's a very agreeable statement. Anything to get my mom proud. How come everything from good about you comes from your dad and not from your mom, but you like anything to make your mom proud? How does that make sense? Seems like a contradiction. Explain this contradiction in your mind. Hmm. This statement was made by single parent household child gang. How does it make sense? Oh. Oh, she's not proud. Oh, I see. I understand. Fair enough. What if I just what if I just steal this? What if I steal this and put it over here? What if I do that? What will happen? I wonder.
All creation.
Hmm. I did that thing. Huh. What? It's kind of a weird sound to come out of it, to be honest.
All creation will take.
That's already proud. Okay, I just need a sound effect for this.
All creation will tailor to failure.
We are the last precursors.
Endless greatness shall be their lot.
All are instruments and receivers of our vengeance.
All creation.
That worked out pretty well.
Get back here, Marine! That's an order! Thank you!
Wonder. I wonder if. Wonder if I can mess up some audio here. Gotta go. Was on to, I guess. Haha. You're building you're building your little day-to-day activities, or you're counting me for it. Haha. I see what you're doing. Tsundere. That's what you are. Tsundere. Let's give that a go. Just removing some noise. It'll do. No, I opened a thing I didn't mean to open. Nah. Today, the timing was coincidental, I assure you. By the way, thanks for getting me out of that lady's office and was seeing an associate. Whose lady's office? Did you mention this yesterday? I need a wee bit more context before you go. Just you sparked my curious. You sparked me curious. I feel like I would like a small explanation as to what, huh?
All creation all creation will tailor.
I think I mentioned it in a DM. Just a professor. Back here to and you're at fucking Harvard. All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. No idea if that means anything to. Does that mean anything to the British? Back home, it was an absolute dream. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Harvard. And now it's fucking awful. Oh. Well, to be fair, I've heard a famous saying. I forget who it was, but it was one of those wise guys who said the major advantage of a Harvard degree is that you no longer have to be impressed by people with a Harvard degree, which that would say a lot about that man's opinion of Harvard. I can only assume he went to Harvard.
All creation. All creation will all all creation will all creation will tailor to failure.
We are the last precursors. And now in our legion.
Okay, that's true. Now my friend who has a degree in microbiology from Harvard ain't on such a high horse. Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell, that was the guy. Remembered the guy. Well, we've made progress over here. We've made progress over here. That ain't so bad. I feel pretty good about that. It's pretty good progress. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Don't know when the next stream will be, but I'll fit it in somewhere. And I'll do some editing in between and stuff. Yeah. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. Yeah. Thanks for coming. Yeah.